Alright, we're on. Welcome. Welcome to the ESA Cup then. I'm here joined by Uncooked, the stream.
Hello.
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be
It's been an interesting start to things today. That's one way to say it. Another way to say it is that it's been unfortunate start to things. We had some issues with emergency subs and stuff, but it looks like that this game will be a 4 versus 5. Unfortunately, just due to the way things have turned out. And by the looks of things, we'll be heading on to border.
Yep. Native saying to ban Chile last second. I was monitoring the bans and I was kinda on my knees pleading that Chile wouldn't be on, but hey, it's border now.
Don't know
So
which is worse, to be frankly honest with you, but
well, border was played less than Chile, so I
yeah.
think for this tournament border would be a bit better. But should we get into the lobby then and start this 4v5 for people only from native?
Think we should. Now, looking at the predictions, it seems like the prediction that we put in the chat for you lovely people, it seems like it's a bit of an equal split as to who people actually are voting for. We've got 50%, 5 people that voted for native and 5 people for Palakaki. So maybe this 4 versus 5 might be that advantage that Palakaki need. They haven't had the best of tournaments so far. I think their only points have come from a forfeit win from Team Dragoni, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously,
Yeah.
now that Team Dragoni have been disqualified, so every game of theirs is going to be a forfeit win to the opposing team. And yeah, so looking back at this week from Group B, obviously it's a Group B matchup. We've had MVG UK winning 7-1 against Vivid United, and then Penta Sports winning 7-2 against Bubats Esports. So that's how things have turned down, and I'm seeing a fuse ban.
Yeah, it's a fuse ban on border, which I mean, yeah, there's a lot of size downstairs and a lot of kind of destruction upstairs, but definitely a unorthodox ban there.
Yeah. It seems like these teams really just want to throw us off because we're getting Camp Can as well. And the final, okay, Solace is kind of expected as well as Jackal, especially with how small of a map border tends to be. You don't really want the Jackal on the board because he can find you pretty much anywhere. There's not many rooms that defenders will not have to go in at one point or another. So, yeah, again, as you can see up on the top of your screen there, we're seeing 4 players for native and 5 players for Palakaki. However, yeah, hopefully that doesn't prevent things too much. And if I look at the round differential, actually, Palakaki have only won 1 round so far.
Oh, that is rough.
Because they lost 7-0 to Vivid and lost 7-1 to Penta. So not having the best of seasons, like I said. Um, it's gonna be a challenge for them, but like we were saying, that man advantage right from the get-go could be just what they need. Choosing to start us off here, actually not going up to the top floor, but instead heading over to Workshop and Vents. We can see a bit of an extension over onto that eastern side of the map, heading in towards Bathroom and Tellers, the castle of Hootie Tootie, really just locking things up there, making sure that those attackers can't access through any part of the southeastern side of the building, maybe looking in through square as well. So for this opening moments, we'll see as well, you can have the Mozzie, that's Penguin, making sure that the intel, the information from native gaming is not going to be able to proceed, not going to be able to progress onto that bomb site. And with Capcan going off the board, they don't have to check the doors to the attack, which is going to be a bit of a relief, especially as they are in that man disadvantage. But starting things off, Penguin taking down very low right off the rip.
Yep, playing in that break room right now. Actually, just sees fake nasty coming into this east stairs. Already taking that control. Downstairs, a lot of map control surrendered. Nearly takes out not Penguin, but Theme actually taken out by Reflect already. Navy suffering very little in terms of HP loss, but as I say it, two people from them are now down, but cannot collect them now. In a 3v2 actually, as Kill is playing left and right now in a 1v2.
Wow.
That push into CCTV not working really well for Native, and now facing a 1v2. Still winnable for them though, as Urkin on those top middle stairs. Both players from Bolokarki are now downstairs, just patiently waiting for him as he goes to Harry Potter. Oh, but cannot collect the anyone from Bolokarki, and Bolokarki take the first round.
Yeah, only their second round of the tournament as well, and it's already the end of week 4. So
Yeah.
things could be better for them, but hey, this is the first time they've actually won that first round. So momentum slowly building for this team, and they are again avoiding that top floor, it seems, by going to the bathroom and tellers. We're seeing Azami, we're seeing Mira, seeing Castle, a lot of the same, and a lot of the standard stuff you tend to see, especially on border. Azami's so strong, Mira as well, especially on this bomb site, can really be used to just lock things down from the defenders. Just very, very difficult to actually access the bomb site if you're on the attack.
Yeah, that castle really is there to waste a lot of time, a lot of utility to clear those castle barricades, and can be very useful. And I mean, they are going downstairs a lot, so the fuse ban makes a bit more sense now, as they
Yeah.
really don't want to get fused from above. Could be really, really useful to even deny a lot of that utility that they are putting into site. But actually, for now, abandoning site, getting a lot of utility down on that second floor. Really don't want that to have Native take that top floor control, putting the mirror down onto archives then to get even more denial of time. That time wasted with the carrying those mirror windows, carrying those castle barricades could be quite a lot, and Mute is gonna just help that deny Urkin to get those mirror windows down with Hibana. And yeah, crap phase now over. Now Native gonna try to get some control more from attack.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see Erkin very quickly applying that pressure onto the bomb site, and there come the X-Kairos coming out. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to stop this wall from being open, so that's going to be very good for Native to get that early. But however, Timu does find the opener, so now that does leave Zaro up on this top floor. He finds one, makes it a second as well on the top of these stairs, cuts through Palakaki like a hot knife through butter. And now we have an equal player count once again, forcing Penguin to take that rotation down to the downstairs, down through the hatch, dropping through. And Erkin is now on the hunt on this top floor, but there's nobody up there. The intel maybe just lacking from the attacking side. However, in this 3 versus 3, they have plenty of time, and they have the vertical control above the bomb site now to really get things going for them. Get this attack underway. Make sure they can set up for the execute. It's just waiting for things to happen. Getting this intel, opening up vertical with X-Kairos, which is certainly an interesting strategy. I certainly haven't seen that one before. I don't know about you, Hotnix, but either way, Hootie Tootie is on on 3 kills right now, and possibility to make it another. I don't think they have the C4 yet still in their hands, and this swing could just be what Palakaki are looking for. However, just a bit of a standstill now. 60 seconds left, and that's certainly not going to help Penguin taking out Fake Nasty, which means Palakaki once again in this player advantage. But Erkin has found the drop through onto the bomb site. Zaro has dropped the diffuser upstairs. They're just going for frags now. Zaro's found the third. He needs an ace to clutch this, but I don't think it'll happen. The mute, Hartika, just on the other side of this mirror window, keeping things close, making sure that he cannot be found by this ace. Shotgun comes out, but no success. It's all just a little bit of a shot. Hartika's down so low, but Zara's on 1 HP, and Hootie Tootie up from behind. It's going to be 2 rounds on the board for Palakaki, the most they've ever won in a map this far. And Native, again, it went really well, but they just stalled out a little bit, I guess you could say.
I think they're really suffering that man advantage, that one person really missing out that utility as well. They're missing a pair of drones from that man, and not going too well for them. That intel wasn't good for them. Interesting strategy with the Hibana opening up those vertical holes, especially when it had a buck on the board. That was interesting enough, but yeah, the man advantage really not going well for them. Intel really being a luxury for them. But now, Pelikarki then decides to go top floor, and this time gonna try to defend it now. Deciding against it the first 2 rounds though. Many people consider this a the most powerful site on this map. Pelikarki throwing a bit of a curveball to Native, going first floor both these first 2 rounds. Again, Mira coming out. This time no castle, deciding against the castle strat, but coming out with a smoke and a Goyo. Really gonna deny a lot of time, a lot of map control for them. Let's go actually on archive on the archive's doorway. Because to deny that rush plant into archives that is very common these days. And actually, Hoodie Doody, yeah, placing a mirror window on Armory Locker, deciding not to reinforce it. Both these walls. Me and Jam are gonna deny Ace to get that wall, to get the mirror window off. 3 people from Native actually stacking up on those archives. Gonna try against the push fountain. I'm not sure.
I mean, they could be going for that rush plant, like you said. Obviously, they have the Ossa on side, which means they could just be looking to either push their way through or to just get that plant off. However, now they have the information on Hartika inside of Office, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that. Of course, they do have Zaro out on the other side of the map as well, over more on that southern balcony. But as the first entrance does come through over to this top east stairs with about 1 minute off of the clock, this is where the real pressure starts to apply onto Palakaki, and Rilex is going to get that very first opener. However, Timu could be the surprise that Palakaki are looking for. They don't know he's there, but he can only get one. Zaro with the trade, and it's still 3 versus 3 equal player count. And, well, if you want to win, you maybe can't whiff your smoke nades.
Yeah, not really what they want, but oh, this is what they want. Double kill.
Wow.
C4 from Boney. And now Erkin, 1 left. And that Goyo canister actually working out very well on that door. And now only just above 50 HP left. Gonna try to find some picks. 1:20 left for him. Still 1 drone alive. Oh, actually now, yeah, only 1 drone left for him. And yeah, just gonna try to get at least some picks for himself. All members of Pelikarki, 100 HP on themselves. Decides to go for downstairs. Opens up this window. Doesn't waste any time to drone. Gonna just go up and yeah, maybe should have wasted just a bit of time as Voni finds his 3rd and cleans it up for his team as they found their 3rd round this half. Pelikarki really looking strong, I guess, in a 4v5. Yeah, just grabbing that opportunity with both their hands, to try and get that first non-forfeit victory for them in this group stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Border normally being an attacker-sided map, it's Yeah, you've got to put a lot of it down, I reckon, to that 4 versus 5. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pick, it's still onto an equal player count. Yeah, that's got to be a frustration for Native Gaming, Palakuk Esports, so they're certainly not going to be complaining. You can see Hootie Tootie 5-0 has often been on that Montaigne, on those supportive roles, not necessarily getting many kills. So to see them really stepping up to the plate here today is really good to see.
Yep, certainly is. Again, going for a very similar strategy for their first floor defense. I guess if it worked first time, it's gonna work again. But let's see if Native are gonna adapt this time. Maybe we'll be able to clutch out one, maybe those 3 remaining rounds in this half. Their attacking half, as you said, yes, it is an attacker-sided map, but yeah, really feeling that man disadvantage for them. Team are gonna be playing that office where he will be meeting up some of those natives. Native going for a very split push, going all 4 from different sides, but as it says, Reflect gets a lot of damage, and Zero actually finds an opening pick on Penguin now, guessing that CCTV control, but still a lot of people from Balakarki playing upstairs, but Zero finds a double kill now onto Timu as well, and now not only evens out the odds, but now odds are in favor of Native, but as I say it, Hardika evens it out as he finds Fake Nasty, now a 3v3 for both these teams, establishing quite a bit of map control from Native, but not really enough to push, but enough pressure for everyone from Valkarki to leave. And Hardika gets a lot of damage on that dog. Of course, he still has a stim. Actually has diffuser with him. That's why he isn't leaving. Stims
Here
himself
comes the
out.
swing, though.
Yep. Zero finds him now. 3v2 for Native. Get that upstairs control. Oof. And now, a minute 30 seconds left. Gonna be trying to apply that vertical pressure on Valkarki.
Yeah, Native really doing well this round to get that advantage, get aggressive for those picks, and it's really working out well. Hootie Tootie still without a death to his name. However, in that 2 versus 3, it's going to be quite difficult, especially with Vonnie on such low HP, and now the castle brought down to about 50 himself. Has to be so aware of the hatch, and Erkin with the drop takes out Hootie Tootie, and now Vonnie on that retake has been spotted out on that rotate upstairs. Erkin's ready and waiting. Native Gaming with their first round here on border brings it to 3 rounds to 1.
Yeah, must say Balakarki, I think, gotten a bit cocky there, taking maybe gunfights that they shouldn't have, and Native just going, taking advantage of that, winning out their gunfights, winning and getting a map control very fast, and just winning out this round. Well done for them, and now a 1-3, maybe it's the start of a comeback for Native, and maybe a miraculous win for them. In a 4v5, that would be quite astonishing. Of course, that would help them also to advance up in their group. As it stands, both teams are in the relegation zone, and Native in 5th place, going to be trying to get up 4th, maybe 3rd place in their group stage to get out of groups, as I said, and get it into playoffs. As it stands, on 6 points, and if they get this win, not in overtime, they will be tied up on points with, or place. I don't remember what the team is, but I do remember they
Vivid.
stand. Yep, with Vivid, they would tie up. Of course, not gonna be enough for them to overtake them, as the round differential. They don't have a chance to overtake them on that front. But even a win would be a massive help for them to advance to the group stage. But as it stands, 4v5, not gonna be easy for them to do that. Native now making their way towards the building border. I'm gonna try to do a bit of the same, but that same bit split push. Actually, two people still being in spawn. I mean, okay then.
Okay,
They
well,
don't need
Relics
it.
is not going to
Oh,
be slowed down, but Hartika does find that trade, possibly with the help of Hooty Tooty on the Echo, brings himself back up to full HP. Obviously, the dock with those stim pistols, very, very helpful. It seems like they're just going one by one into the map. Okay, here we go. The rest of the team has come to join the players, and we can see those yokai drones going off yet again. Hartika's still in a good position to find maybe one or two more frags, as long as Zaro doesn't have anything to say with it. That's Sophia inside of Fountain and offices over on that northwestern, southwestern side, even. Looking to try and find one fake nasty, though. Speaking of nasty, there was that shot. And meanwhile, Native, they still have to transition down to that bottom floor. They do have the hard breach of Urken still left alive, but Palakaki doing a better job this time of stalling out the attack and making sure that they have to actually make an attempt at going down to the bottom floor. Because last time they weren't really contested on that top floor. They were able to get down and just make it very easy for themselves to pick up those kills.
speaking of kills, Zero picks himself up, Hooty Tooty, and now a 2v3 situation for Palakarki. Still Penguin playing in that bathroom. Gonna be denying most of the side, and Voni playing solo as well. And now drop comes down, but Voni finds Urkin now. Fix nasty. He makes his way down middle stairs, actually pushing into sight. Voni doesn't expect it and goes down. And now Penguin in a 1v2 situation. Now a 1-2v0 as Native found their second round as attack. Looking a lot stronger now on attack, and maybe even going even for the second half, or maybe even going for a comeback victory. Again, that would be quite good for them. But now Palkarki deciding to go for second floor this time. First floor ventilation not working out for them very well these past two rounds. Worked out their first round, but yeah, past two rounds, Native just stomping on them and going very taking very good rounds. But now, yeah, going for second floor again. Very similar pick as we saw last time they went here. Again, with that Goyo, with that mirror, with that smoke to stall out even more, or attempt to stall out more time from Native. Not changing the strat much, but yeah. Last round, they didn't really need to do that either way, as they won that round pretty easily. But now,
yeah, it was a huge double C4 from Voni though in that round, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
And I mean, for me, I think it's good that Palakaki have gone back up to this top floor. I think maybe Native figured out how to sort of combat Palakaki's bottom floor defenses. So it makes sense that they've gone back up to this top floor, try to find something different, maybe a bit of a different angle to try and catch out the attack. They should, however, be aware that they're probably going to be playing Goyo. The canisters are probably going to be in the same places, those Vulcan canisters. So yeah, getting that door open early makes sure that that cannot hinder them later on in the round when they need to make that execute. However, speaking of hindrance, that's certainly going to be one. Voni does take down Urkin, so that's Diffuser surrendered all the way out there. Okay, Relic is going to find one in return, taking out Penguin. That's your smoke going down. So all that late round utility that could be used to deny the plant, to waste time, is not going to be in play. Those Toxic Babe canisters, obviously, are no longer going to be able to be used. However, 3 versus 4, so Palakaki still in that player advantage, and they have good defensive positions as well. No one's really isolated on the map. which means that native are going to have to try and pincer people. But with the amount of utility that they have, maybe Hartika is the only player that really could be isolated in that way. But the rest of the players are in very anchorable positions behind reinforcements, deployable shields, and the like. However,
Oh,
Darrow has
oh,
just snuck into the bomb site and takes down Timu and finds a second as well onto Vonnie. There was a kill elsewhere, that's Hartika, but now he's being felled as well. So 1 versus 2 for Hootie Tootie as that diffuser starts going down the mirror, taking the swing onto Fountain. However, not going to find it in time. C4 could come in useful right now as Relic sets up that Talon 8 shield. And there it will be. Native 3 rounds on the bounce takes us up to an even half. But I mean, even if it is 3-3, that was their attack in half that they weren't able to find an advantage on. However, momentum is on their side.
really is on their side, and probably even the mental game as well, as losing a
Yeah,
4v5 round after round, not really good for Palakarki. Playing, tries to play that a bit, that round a bit more passively, but still not working out. Very, very well done by, what was it, Zoro, I think, on the Nomad, no? Who went to, Archive's door and really found
yeah.
an opening in the defense of Palakarki and swung the side advantage really, really well. Single-handedly, maybe even won them the round. But Native deciding against throwing curveballs and going for a second floor defense. Now, from Palakarki, there's a Capital and an Osa on board, so that makes me think that they might go for a, maybe not a rush plant, but still a plant on Archives, as Capital is mostly used for that, as from what I've seen, and won't be able to be denied by that Jaeger, of course. His fireballs too quick to be denied by the Jaeger ADSs. From Native actually coming out is a Mira, same setup as we saw from Palakarki with that Mira, but of course less people on the team means that it's going to be a bit harder for them to defend this, especially as you said on a sacker-sided map as border. But let's see if Palakarki will actually, yeah, it seems that they are going for that attempted plant on Archives, but they don't have diffuser. Diffuser is with Vonnie, who's currently on ventilation, just joining CCTV. Oh, Reflect finds an opening frag. I don't even know from where. Where was that from? Reflect. Was that a wallbang through this triple door? Yeah, it
Oh, it
appears to
must be,
be.
yeah. Wow.
That was
That
really.
is that's certainly something. I mean,
Oh,
and fake nasty fun C4 as well. Elikun as well just doubles down. Palakaki, it's absolute disaster on this attack in half so far. This could be a flawless round from Native if they're able to find these final 2 kills without dropping a single player of their own. It certainly could be possible. Hootie Tootie still on those 5 kills, saw a glimpse, a glimmer of the Thunderbird out on the other side of things, but elects not to take that fight. Instead, doubles up with Penguin, but Diffuser is surrendered in that doorway, has to try and recover it very, very sneakily. All the defenders are going to be trained on this position over on the east stairs. And it's really just a matter of when things go and when things happen. Diffuser still not picked up. Indeed, now gets away with his life. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. And Palakaki, I mean, where do you go from here?
yeah, no idea. Really not getting much map control for Palakarki. All getting does east, there's control, and now Reflect finds Hootie Tootie. Now in a 1v4 situation. Penguin gonna try to at least get something for his trouble. Now, yeah, Native getting a bit more active now. Reflect, oh, yep, flawless round coming out from Native as Reflect gets that really aggressive position, cleans it up. Flawless round. Palakarki not looking good as losing it 4v5. Yeah, not a good way. And as I say it, they take a timeout, deciding to get a bit of a mental recharge But Zoro on 13 kills in 7 rounds. That is absolutely massive for native.
Yeah, I don't even think he was even found himself in an engagement in that round number 7. So it's just,
Yeah,
and that really is the factor, isn't it? You've got on Palakaki, you've got 2 players on 5 and 1 player on 4, and then that's about it. Whereas you've got Zaro on 13 kills and Relict on 9. It's going absolutely huge, and that's the sort of impact that you want to try and bring your team across the line when you're in that 4 versus 5 situation. And with 4 rounds on the bounce, natives certainly look very, very strong. And it makes
yeah,
sense that Palakaki took that time out.
yeah. Well, we'll see if that timeout is gonna be worthwhile for them as Penguin takes a blitz. That is interesting. Maybe they decide to go that, hey, we have a man advantage. Why are we taking those gunfights? Maybe we should just take native by surprise, maybe rush this site, get a plan down very, very fast. But as it stands, yeah, Balkarki not taking advantage of their man count. And yeah, surrendering the first pick to native very, very early in the round, as it was last round. This time, native taking ventilation and workshop. This time, again, going for a very, very similar hold from that Pelkarki did, but native this time not taking a castle. Maybe not enough players, but Zoro taking a pulse. Gonna be playing below, trying to maybe C4 someone going at the top. Penguin actually not sobbing out from Blitz, mini on that Blitz. It'll be interesting to see how he'll be used as Hoodie Doody also takes a Ying. Appears to be quite a standard pick this in this meta that we're having with a Ying. And native don't have anything really to counter except a Jaeger. But yeah. Peligarki going a very one-sided push all into the main door. This, I don't know what really their plan is here. Are they gonna just
It's
rush this?
I think they might be. Here
Yeah,
comes the execute. Blitz comes through. Here comes the train. Hartika finds himself down, but Jaeger is flashed. Relic falling. Fake as well. It's a 2 versus 5. The Gridlock still injured. Not able to be picked up, but here comes Zaro. Star Fragger 4 native. Back at it again. Finds one. Nearly the second, but Wani just wins it out. Urkin now in a 1 versus 4. And this is what Palakaki were looking for. This is the type of round that they wanted. Hartika finds themselves up, and here the Blitz is confronting Urkin. That's Penguin engaged in that bomb fight, is going to certainly try to attack them, and Urkin just has to run the other way. Still knows that rotation is there, but the bomb site is effectively surrendered now. I don't even know if it's worth even trying for this one. Does find one, that's the Gridlock down, but you've only got about 20 seconds to get onto that diffuser. It's certainly not going to happen, not in this situation. The track stingers are just dealing so much damage, and the Blitz is still there, causing a nuisance. There comes a flash. Run away, and there's the knife to finish things off. 4 rounds apiece now. Palakaki back on that scoreboard.
Yep, that rush really did work out for them, and the timeout, yeah, also working out for them. Now 4-4 even split. But yeah, winning off a rush, catching that native off guard. But now native will be ready for that big warden this time to counter that Ying. Don't think Belkarki will go for a second rush strat, deciding to, yeah, a bit more of a normal pick, except the lion maybe, but that's maybe to counter roamers to get that roam clear done nice and early. Of course, native are going to be playing a bit more aggressively to find that first pick and to even out the score as early as possible in the round so that the utility is gone, the man advantage is gone, and then they'll have a bit more of a fighting chance. But that rush really did catch native off guard. Alexico for the same side setup this time. I mean, not really the same setup, but still the same site. That's what I meant. Um, Still going for a Thunderbird from Urkin. Of course, Thunderbird providing those healing stations to try to heal themselves. Of course, we have some from Balkarki. They elected to use a dock. Native going for a bit of a different strategy, electing to go for self-sufficient healing stations with those Kona stations, but
Yeah.
uh, instead of that one burst healing from Doc, I mean, from Balkarki I saw only Doc using those pistols on himself, but yeah, Kona stations will of course be useful for everybody as most, that was a spawn peek from the lag that I missed there, but not finding anyone from the spawn peek. Yeah, we see Native trying to even out the scoreboard really early in the round, trying to find that first pick on spawn picks maybe. As there goes the first scan from Lion. He still has 2 more left, I think, if my brain doesn't fault me there. Now making their way, trying to make their way upstairs, but there's gonna be 2 players from Native that are gonna be greeting them, and so far Native winning out a bit more gunfights from if you do in traditional sense than Balkarki, but they're gonna be looking to maybe change that change that side of themselves. Yeah, Joe's still coming out, and oh, they find their first pick as Zoro finds a C4 from below. Reflect in a very tight situation. Oh, cannot escape. And now in a 2v4 situation, Zoro comes up metal stairs, gonna try to find another pick for himself. Quite a start. Decides to go downstairs, sitting on 15 kills already. Trying to find even more, but now self-control is established. Vertical holes are coming out, and now Penguin with that diffuser gonna try to plant, I'm guessing in ventilation, but still needs some cover from his teammates as Timu comes downstairs to try and get that side control. Zoro now attempts again to go up Melstash as Fake Nasty finds Timu outside. That's the ace gone. Oh, but they know, yeah. Zoro shoots the drone as the rotates downstairs, as they now know that Zoro was trying to go there. Fake Nasty still playing in the ventilation room, quite an aggressive angle he's holding there. Goes and ran out and finds
No
Hootie
way.
Sooty on that drone. Did he see Penguin who's now holding him in this B side? I'm gonna commit that mistake again, and now a 2v2 even split for both these teams.
Native in a very winnable position here. They've already found 2 picks, have the position to find 2 more. Obviously, that was all on the back of Fake Nasty. Now it's just Penguin and Vonnie, but the alibi, Fake Nasty, now down very low. Those Kona stations really going to come in handy here. And that's Zaro finding 1. It's now Penguin left in the clutch, 1 versus 2. 10 seconds left on the clock as well. Position notated by the cam. And that's Native Gaming back on that scoreboard. 5 rounds to 4. And once again, getting ahead in rounds, even though they're in this 4 versus 5. And you've got to say, the fragging capability of this team is just wild. And the fact that they even have a chance at winning this the 4v5 is completely ridiculous. You can see that there's 5 of the last 6 rounds they've won, and that's due to their players really coming alive when it comes to that fragging department. You've got Zaro 16-4 in 9 rounds. Just absolutely ridiculous. And Relics and Fake Nasty as well are really stepping up to the plate. Erkin, when you need him as well, is also there. Whereas for Palakaki, since round 4, Hootie Tootie's only found 2 kills, and he's their highest fragger. It's just one of those things where it's difficult to say, but there needs to be someone stepping up to the plate here on this roster. But so far, it just doesn't seem like any of them are.
Yeah, and on from Native side, I really want to highlight that Fake Nasty really came alive that round.
Yeah.
Yeah, gained those three pivotal kills as in a 2v4 situation. Balakarki really kind of threw that advantage that they had, and yeah, didn't really do much with it. Of course, establishing that vertical holes, but couldn't really take control of side and Native, and more importantly, Fake Nasty. Really taking advantage of that, wasting as much time as possible, and at the end, there are only 20 seconds left in a 2v2, as Balakarki was scrambling to find anything to to get into that side. As we see Erkin going for a swamp pick yet again. Native, of course, trying to find that early pick advantage, and actually one coming from that ventilation door. I think it's Hootie Tootie, I'm not mistaken. But Erkin decides to leave that side alone. As he might have gotten that kill actually if he stayed just a bit longer, but electing not to. We see actually from Penguin that we have a Monty this time, and going for a more of a main push, as already Zero finds another pick and now sits on 17 kills. He's just one kill away of matching the kill record that we have on this tournament. As Erkin runs out, nearly finds Hootie Tootie, but doesn't do any damage to any of them. Now they know
That C4 could be massive against the Montaigne as well. Penguin could find themselves on the wrong end of a little beepity boop explosion. that's the official terminology, by the way. The beepity boop explosion. And was it? Oh no, okay. For a second I was like, hang on, did Hartika have the diffuser? But no, it's just switching hands. Now Hootie Tootie does have that one on board. The C4 went out, only a little bit of damage dealt, and now Erkin is going to find themselves under fire here from that southern side balcony, from that staff door. As Palakaki changing tack, heading more over towards this eastern side of things. Fake Nasty going for the run out, and nothing's going to come of that one. So now Palakaki in quite a good position. They have Erkin surrounded. They've got a man advantage as well. So they could possibly find themselves up 2 players when it comes down to this final execute. However, the time is not on their side. Only got a minute left as they're still trying to harass and surround this Thunderbird. Oh my god, Timu, how do you miss that? Hootie Tootie does take down Erkin, however, but that's just an awful situation. Zaro's found a third. I don't believe it. Now the highest kill count in season 5, and still going strong for more. Possibility to break 20. The C4 comes out, kills about half the Monty's remaining HP in this 2 versus 2, and Vonnie is so low. Palakaki might just bring themselves level, and we would be needing all 12 when it comes down to it. But he's found himself a way into this doorway. Zaro is just trying to keep an eye on where that ace is. However, he's actually going to be hiding elsewhere on the other side of the map, but instead rotating background. There's only 10 seconds. It has to be here, and it has to be now, as Penguin is now pushing in, goes to get the kill, but Zaro's on a quad. Could it be the ace? Vonnie certainly hopes not, and instead it's going to be the injure, but they run out of time. Just a couple more seconds there, and Palakaki possibly bring us level, but instead Native are on that map point, and look at that lovely 2-0. Wow.
20 kills. That is just insane how many kills Zoro got in only 10 rounds. That's an average of 2 kills per round for Zoro. That is massive for his team. Really, really helping out on that 4v5, and Polokarki really, really not looking very good right now. Starting out really, really strong with those first 3 rounds, but then after that only found 1 round off of a rush into sight, and this time I don't think they're electing to go for a rush shot again, as Native, I didn't see where they're going. Yep, they're going for a bathroom site this time. Zero again going on that Mira on which he nearly got an ace. Just ridiculous how many kills he has. That is just wow. I have no words to describe how massive 20 kills is in only 10 rounds.
It's just that's 2 kills per round, and the thing is, could even shoot for more. Like, if this game goes to maximum overtime, for record, I don't think it will. I reckon that Native actually have a very good shot in these next 2 rounds of taking it home in regulation, getting those full 3 points. However, if it did, if we keep going on that average, that would be 30 kills. If it was an 8-7, if he keeps the trend of 2 kills per round going, that's 80 kills by the end of the game. 30 kills even by the end of the game if we keep that going, which is just ridiculous.
At this point, you're not playing Siege, you're playing Call of Duty with that kill count.
Literally, it's just Anyway, yeah, Native, they're gonna want to hold out here though. Screw those records. We've already broken one record here. Let's just break another one, get a 4v5 and win in regulation, and maybe even win it 7-4. That's what's on the cards here for Native Gaming. And for Palakaki, what's on the cards would be another disappointing loss, another 0 points coming out of a matchup, and one where they've been given a handicap just by the fact that Native are one player down. It shouldn't be happening, and with 20 kills, it's not really a surprise that it is, but I mean, just somebody stop Zaro, please.
Yeah, this
They're going?
but he just looks unstoppable.
Yeah.
Absolutely looks unstoppable. But now, already getting that upper floor control, but oh my.
We've already waffled for like half the round, does it?
Look at that Urkin. Oh, he gets misdroned.
Was that the Yana?
Yes,
it was.
it was.
Okay.
He finds the Yana, but now they're aware of his presence on this top floor. But still, Urkin doesn't give up. Still wants more kills.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Timu does find that one in the 3 versus 4 now. I don't know why it says 3 versus 5, because there's definitely 4 people alive. And Zaro using the shotgun, okay. Not going to be the most effective for killing, just opening up those lines of sight. And Relics is in such a dangerous position here. Has to hope no one checks that window, because otherwise he will be toast. But now the hatch drop comes through. The diffuser starting to get planted now inside of that kitchen. I think Zaro does have a C4 in hand, but no, instead just goes for the spray and not able to be found. It's a 1 versus 4 now, as Fake Nasty is in this clutch situation. This is Palakaki getting up to 5, pushing the possibility of overtime here, Hotnux. And I mean, this just seems unwinnable. It just seems absolutely unwinnable. With the track stingers and everything on the floor, and the swing from Timu as well actually does get found out. However, with just 10 seconds to go realistically, it's just not going to be done, especially with this nade being cooked. Hootie Tootie on the watch from the window, and Vonnie upstairs as well. It's all done and dusted here just to lock out Native. They do bring that timeout along. They want these full 3 points.
Yeah, it really does. It's going to be a lot of help for them to get into the fight for the 4th place in their groups, get into playoffs. And if they win this, and if they get that 4th place, that I think they would deserve that absolutely, because just a massive effort coming out from all these players from Native, trying to get not to give up and try to get even in a 4v5 to get this win. But Polkarki putting up a fight to not still trying to get at least also something out of this matchup, trying to capitalize on Native's handicap. But now a 6-5 and Native facing maybe an overtime possibility for themselves. Polkarki gonna try to find at least one more round. And if they win, if we see a overtime, that's gonna be a point off for any of these teams, as maximum they're gonna get from overtime win is only 2 points. Still quite a good amount of points, but yeah, not the full 3 that they would be expecting. Now, Native going for that ventilation workshop yet again, which they only lost once due to that rush planned. Won the second time when Palkarki went for a more traditional push. But now, after that timeout, Palkarki did win their first round after the timeout, and Native gonna be banking on that as well, trying to that timeout, trying to break any amount of momentum that Palkarki might have gained from that win they've had. But as we look here on the scoreboard, this attacker and defender graphic here on who won, who lost, just not looking very good for Palkarki, as
no,
yeah,
we
really,
could be seeing
really
a defender-sided border.
Yeah,
Like what?
That's gonna be a first. That's definitely gonna be a first.
Yeah, actually, let me check. We haven't had border too many times, but I'm just gonna check the side statistics in ESA for this season. In fact, it's only been played once, but there were 7 attacker wins and 3 defender wins. So this certainly would be going against that trend, but with only 1 play, it's a bit difficult to judge either way. Let's face it. But looking at the trends from general sports, not general sports. I know what I'm trying to say.
General
Looking at
esports.
looking
More
at
so.
the general trend, border does tend to be attacking sided. So seeing it be heavily favouring the defenders maybe hints at a lack of strategy and maybe a lack of fragging prowess as well from both these teams. Obviously, Zaro's doing quite well, but it certainly took those initial 3 rounds to actually get going for all of Native. Let's face it.
Yeah, first 3 rounds really looked like very, very dire for them, but now a lot of pressure being put onto Zoro, but still playing that those aggressive angles, playing that, trying to find that opening frag for himself as... Oh, you might have found 2, but no, outgunned by Palakarki, and now in a 3v5 situation. Things not looking too great for them, but now 1v5 for Reflect. Just kills spraying down onto Native, and if they want to win this, Reflect is gonna come up and do a massive 1v5 victory against Palakarki, which even with the 4v5 match that he had, of course he finds 1, but I think it's gonna be enough to win this round.
Salvation stations are in play, but Palakaki are now just hemming in that lesion from every angle that they can. We are going all the way to overtime. A perfect 50% defensive win rate in the regulation time, and that means that no one really has an advantage per se heading into OT, but Zaro not finding a kill in the previous 2 rounds, definitely a key factor for the success of Native, especially in the situation they're in. They have to be looking for every opportunity they can to be picking up kills, picking up frags, and with your star fragger not getting any kills in the previous 2 rounds, certainly is going to be a contributing factor to that.
Yeah, definitely will be as they head to second floor armory lockers, which they did, I think, win very, very well, but maybe this time Palakarki are looking a bit stronger on their attacks. Maybe they'll be able to stop Native's kind of streak of defensive wins, but I mean, they're already putting quite a bit of a stop to that, but I don't think they've won second floor yet, so that's gonna be... Yeah, it didn't win, so it's gonna be interesting to see Bangkok again coming out with that Monty and Timu with a Capitao. Will this be another attempt at a Archives plant, I wonder? Certainly didn't work out for them last time they attempted to do that. Very, very similar horde coming out from Native this time, and Reflect again. Gonna try to go for a bit of a spawn pick, but gets thrown down actually, so decides not to go for that again. Decides to rotate back towards the side. Urkin again playing very, very aggressively on CC. Gonna try to find a bit more success with this kind of hold that he's having on there. But Monty again gonna be a bit of a problem for Native to handle. And yes, it does look like they will be pushing Archives as all of the players start rotating towards the side of the map, but Native are reading it quite well as Fake Nasty finds 2 drones from that side coming into office. As Penguin makes way into onside balcony, finds some pressure from Urkin playing CCTV. No, now Balkarki, note he's there, and Urkin now stuck here. As here comes the first pick from Reflect onto Hardika. I think that was again from... might have been a
Similar sort of angle, yeah, absolutely. Okay, Fake Nasty definitely trying it on. and takes a swing first of all onto the Montaigne with shield up, unfortunately, so no damage dealt there. However, Timu is now so low as Erkin taking some heat and damage over on by Break Room. The Montaigne is going to force out that player. Make sure to check the door on the way as now Zaro is taking some of those engagements, taking those swings, but with no ammo left, has to just fall back. 3 versus 4. Native Gaming find themselves in a bit of a tricky situation here as things have kind of slowed down a little bit, but ever so slowly, Palakaki are adding that pressure, making it so much more difficult to actually play where they want to. The Montaigne is just providing so much of that pressure. However, Zaro does find one up onto 21 kills now, which is just insane. Continuing to frag out for his side. C4 goes out. That's so much damage onto Penguin as well. And now going to potentially use this breach to take the swing out. However, Erkin finds one. It's now 1 versus 3 for Vonnie. And Erkin's downed, but even still, on just 5 HP, it's going to be quite difficult. I don't know whether he's aware of the situation that Erkin finds himself in. However, just going to act as almost like a drone in this situation. Relict and Zaro just falling back. Vonnie collecting on that kill, tries to at least pad the stats a little bit. With only 25 seconds, this one seems unwinnable.
Yeah, Bonnie not looking good. Might as well be down at this point with only 5 HP. That is just a 1 bullet from any range from any of these guns that Native have. Reflect in a very, very good position on this cupboard. Might be very unexpected. Zoro finds a bit of heat, but Reflect, yes, does clean up, does find Vonnie, and now going into their attack, looking quite a bit better. Native do find their first defensive round. Now swap sides and overtime match point for them. One more round and they do win this matchup. Again, 45 extra good would be absolutely insane from Native. Already beating that 18 kill record. Just yeah, Zoro doing a lot of work for his team. But I mean, every single one of Native's roster doing a lot of work, doing quite well for themselves, as Bakularki doing a bit less, but Vonnie 11 kills, still a very, very good result for him. But I think that he's gonna need to do a bit more to win this matchup. Going for an upstairs hold yet again. A very, very similar pick, but Penguin actually goes on a frost with those frost mats. If one of the Native players find themselves in a frost mat, that's gonna be very, very costly for them already. They don't really have any right for a mistake in a 4v5, but stepping into their frost mat can be quite devastating for them. They do drone out frost, but some players might forget of her existence, and yeah, again, can be very, very costly for them. Frost mat's coming out, being placed into. I'm gonna guess.
Speaking of Frost, have you seen the new changes that are going to be added to Frost? That sort of gadget rework. I think personally, yes, very controversial. I think it's kind of cool. Obviously, they can't sprint and they leave that blood trail, and they make quite a lot of sand while doing so. So it certainly does make sense, and especially the number of times Frost has just won rounds, all by herself, just by hiding the frost mat in a rug, say, where it's not actually visible. It just seems like that maybe it could be time for a change. However, I mean, let's talk about the round in hand, because Native once again find themselves on match point, 7 rounds to 6. They only need that one more to take themselves up to 8, and obviously if they lose this, then we head to that 1 round shootout, round 15, where every mistake matters. And here comes the opener for Native, as Erkin finds a nade kill, going fishing down on the below. And it finds a second as well. That's Penguin going into the fight. However, the swing from Timu does find its mark. But Fake Nasty's in the sight. Finds one, finds two. And now Hartika down below in a 1 versus 3. Diffuser is surrendered downstairs, but that's the closeout. Fake Nasty bringing things home for Native Gaming. A 4 versus 5 that they still managed to close out. 8 rounds to 6. And Zaro is the by far and away the most impactful player in this entire lobby. I mean, just truly ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. His kill count just unmatched by anyone so far that we have seen in this this just season, going absolutely crazy against Pelikarki. 22 kills. Just yeah, really insane and honestly a very quite rare this what is it group stage a overtime game. Very very unexpected actually. I really expected Pelikarki to just win very easily against Native as they are sitting quite close in the group stage, but Native bagging those 2 points, not enough to overtake the fifth place, but getting them very very close to that, to getting out of the relegation zone. But of course, there's still what 2 weeks or 3 weeks left of the group stage, so plenty of chances for them to get get back into the fight. But yeah, just a massive game. What do you have?
Yeah, absolutely. Zaro, contributing factor to the victory there, and Native are certainly not going to be unhappy with that one. It's safe to say. Um, yeah, just 22 kills. I mean, we can't overstate it enough. And Fake Nasty definitely had their moments as well. When it came to I'm lost for words, quite frankly. That was just a ridiculous game. Palakaki
Yeah,
gonna be so frustrated that they weren't able to take that one home. And I just fair play to Native Gaming. That's all I can say really.
yeah, still 4v5. Oh, first 3 rounds looked really really dire for them though, but
Yeah.
yeah, just found their footing against Pelikarki, find out their openings, found those holes in the defenses of Pelikarki or even in their attacks, and just got got in there, got their picks, and yeah, played it really really well. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up nicely for us today. Of course, we don't have a second match as we should have had a second match, but was forfeited. I think Vodum got that win against Izanami in a forfeit win. And yeah, that's gonna be it from us today. This was Hot Nicks and Uncooked casting for you guys. And we still have games tomorrow and actually the whole week, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.